there.
Yeah, you know, but here's the thing. Now that I'm saying, like, so, like, this guy's gonna be like, oh, here's your Rolex.
Yeah, here's your Rolex back. You imagine the jeweler that's gonna have, or the watchmaker that's gonna have to clean those out. You know, maybe Sherry could put them in the autoclave for the guy.
Sure.
You could autoclave them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just put them in the autoclave.
Yeah. So I mean,
that's where I would start at least.
Yeah.
But,
so another, of course, the big story of the week is Trump fed the Clemson football team fast food because the kitchen's closed.
Right.
So
everything was from the 2 for $5 menu. Somebody noticed.
Yeah. Well, he did. So
it wasn't like the top of the line burgers.
No, but he got McDonald's. I don't know where he got the pizza, but he said
Domino's.
Was it?
Yeah,
he
said,
this is, we're supporting America.
Yeah.
He said, we're supporting America with this. I was just, but again, the memes that have been coming from it were him dressed as the Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar.
Yeah.
No, he screwed up his tweet about it. Hamburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. He tweeted about it. He's like, he said he said there was 300 hamburgers, and then there was 1,000. So the number kept changing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, we just gotta hear from these kids, like what they thought. And I guess what are they gonna say? They probably were threatened with their lives from the coach, saying, "Don't you dare disrespect, this invitation or this event. You better say it was good." But privately, somebody was filming it on the inside, and the kids, you could see their faces. They're like looking at the burgers, kind of turning it upside down, trying to figure out what's what. And the one kid goes to his buddy, goes, "I thought this was a joke."
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
you get muscular and great. You become a great athlete and muscular and undefeated when you eat hamburgers every day. So very apropos. It was a good time. That was a good time. I was just a little disappointed he didn't include Taco Bell for obvious reasons. Yeah. Little Taco Bell, little nod to the Mexicans there would have been a nice touch, I think.
Yeah. Well, that was quite something.
Well, speaking of stuffing your face and eating, what's this you sent me about a scientist eaten alive by a giant crocodile?
I read that and I didn't even open it. I just was like, is this true?
You sent it to me. You just said it
but
to me.
I did. I sent it, but then there was another...
Well, we both do that a lot. But anyway...
but wait a minute.
A scientist was snatched and eaten alive by a giant crocodile during feeding.
Did it happen in Florida? Everything happens in Florida.
No, it happened in Indonesia. That's why we were here.
Oh, that's why.
So, we get these stories, and, if it's something overseas, you see it, but it's not like if it had happened in Florida, it would have been CNN, Fox, MSN. It would have been everywhere.
Well,
but scientist.
Speaking of a
it
crocodile,
was a 17. But we're into the animals eating people stories.
We do. We
unfortunately.
love those.
Because we don't love it. I'm terrified of it. So we walked out. The sharks and the alligators and the crocs were terrified of it, and they found the guy's torso. It's really gruesome.
Yeah.
It's covered by the New York Post. It's really, if you really want to know more about it. But so another person died via crocodile. So
right. There was a story there's a story going around which I didn't even open it because it had to be fake, but the front of it said that somebody was trying to molest an alligator.
What?
Some guy was trying to have sex with an alligator and he got eaten. I'm like, that had to be fake.
That's probably one of those fake things.
Right. So I just passed that up.
Bring that back. Remember we used to tell each other stories?
Yeah, and pick which one is fake.
That'll be good for Tuesday.
We would have to do that. So listen, what about Alexa in the smart toilet? I was like, Alexa's going to be hooked up to your toilet?
I guess so.
She's going to be in there. Alexa's going to be in the toilet.
She's going to be in the toilet.
Yeah.
She's probably going to analyze your poop. And
I wonder if you could just be like, Alexa.
It's bipolar. It's a $7,000 smart toilet with built-in Amazon Alexa speakers.
I wonder if you can tell her to turn on the bidet.
The bidet. Oh, yeah, maybe.
You can tell her spray, heat, Alexa.
There's a video on it. It's also got some lighting effects on this toilet. Yeah, there's a lot going on with this toilet. I don't know who would spend $7,000 on a toilet.
That's hooked up with Alexa inside.
Yeah, and it sounds there was some speaking of futuristic things. There was 2 radio blasts heard way in outer space. In way out in space. I actually did read this article. Mm-hmm. There was one, and then a little bit later there was another, and it's the first time that repeating fast radio waves have been detected in space. And I have a why on why it's happening.
Okay.
So I think the aliens are using these radio blasts because of what's going on Earth and with our country right now. And it's basically just a big detour sign saying stay the hell away from Earth because it's a freaking mess. It's Orange Idiot. Orange Idiot's got it all messed up. Honestly, it's just a warning. It's like when you're driving on the thruway and you see those big signs like bad traffic accident up ahead. It's just that's what those radio waves are. It's the aliens communicating with each other to detour as far as they can away from Earth. Don't come close to it. It's a freaking mess. Stay away from it. So that's what those blasts. That's what those blasts are. So we don't need to worry about that.
No. But another thing is somebody had sent me an MBB, Mom's Behaving Badly.
Mom Behaving Badly, yeah.
Yeah, so, but the thing was, let me know what your thoughts are, okay? So, she said that her and her husband had put their 9-week-old son to bed, and they decided they wanted to get trashed and play high-stakes board games, where the loser did shots of rum. She said, we got inebriated in our dining room, and we had to mop up spilt beer off the floor with the baby's birth cloth. Hashtag don't judge me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are our thoughts on... That? I don't know. What's your thoughts of, putting your baby to bed and getting wasted?
I got no issues with that.
Right. So, here's my thing.
I have issues with serious drug use.
No, right.
Like anything more than the ganja.
Yeah.
That would be anything more than that. You're an MBB.
Real
it's not like they were so wasted they had to go to the hospital or couldn't care for the baby.
So it's fine, right?
Yeah, I think
so
it's okay.
I'm saying,
people need to have fun, with their own selves when they have kids. You can't just be caught up in toddler time all the time. It's annoying.
Right. Well, I got a little tip. I mean, honestly, if you really want to make sure they go to sleep and you can have a better night, there's always, you can think in your head, I think the baby has the sniffles, and give them a little Benadryl, too.
Yeah.
9 weeks, though, you can't do that. Too young to be given the Benadryl.
Yeah, well, that's not even an issue. The worst mom behaving badly of the week is the mom that let her child fly out of the car, still in the car.
It's not funny, but I was funny. Like, what but if the
you can't bear the two. There's this lady was sober.
She did not strap the baby in.
Okay.
But she didn't close the door.
She didn't close the door.
No.
The whole baby went outside. They said the baby was calm and she wasn't hurt and she was okay, but come on.
It was on video.
Yeah.
I was watching that, and I saw the baby tumbling out, And then I thought, but everyone's like, oh, the baby wasn't strapped in properly. I'm like, but the door wasn't closed. Nobody's talking about the fact that she didn't close the door. What the heck?
Yeah.
Unless the baby opened the door.
Get back to me about those drinking parents. No big deal there. NBD.
Right, MBB, you're on. But I'll tell you.
NBD. We'll call that MBB, NBD. No big deal.
No big deal.
The car seat situations. Yeah, they have and the guy recorded it with his dash cam. I wonder if he was an Uber driver.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the bus driver that rescued the baby was running on the overpass out in the snow with bare feet?
No,
the toddler was running on an overpass, like on an expressway.
Where did the baby escape from?
Out of the house, because the mother was probably playing board games, getting drunk.
No, she was not. She was not. She probably was not.
No,
that's not what happened.
It was in the middle of the day, and the bus driver was like a city bus driver.
Yeah.
And she's on the bus's cab. You see the little baby running bare feet. She pulls the bus over. She runs out and she gets that little baby and she brings it on the bus, and it's in a onesie and bare feet, and it was snowing.
Why?
I still didn't get any information on where the parents were, but apparently...
how could the baby even get that far?
The baby got out. I don't know. The baby.
You know what? We need invisible fence for children. That's what we need.
Right.
Put a little collar on that baby.
So how many? But this is the third one, Amy. It's horrible. A little baby got out and froze to death on the steps.
That's terrible. I wasn't going to bring that one up because there's nothing funny about that.
No, there's nothing funny. But I'm just like, that's like the second.
You know what? People are they get mad at parents. But, kids can do the darndest things. But, there's also new technology with locks and stuff like that you need to kind of think about.
Yeah.
That's why I worry about it someday. Like, we're thinking about being foster parents someday.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my biggest concerns is the pool. You know what I mean? Like, what if the kid gets out there and unlocks the pool? Even if it's like an older kid, I'm going to have to get some kind of alarm for the door and also a pool alarm.
Yeah.
Even though it's fenced, because that's honestly like one of my biggest concerns. There's too many things. Like, just use all the technologies you can. You got all kinds of stuff you can use.
Yep. I know, so it's crazy.
Don't be afraid to get wasted and play your board games. That's fine.
Right.
Keep doing that.
That's fine. That's not a real bad MBB.
No.
So we covered our MBB and the real MBBs.
The real MBBs.
The real MBBs that have done. Yeah. So what about another thing I wanted to talk about this week was that 10-year challenge that they're posting, right? So
I haven't done it. I liked what you did with yours. Yours was more than 10 years, but it was cute.
Yeah, so
your baby picture, you look exactly the same.
Yeah,
look at this. It's adorable. Aww. Yeah, I had a funny idea for mine, but I had a hard time finding the second picture.
Okay.
So I didn't do it, but yeah, most people's are like, yeah, all right, you look the same kinda, but
right.
Not a big
difference. They're saying that this whole thing, Facebook started it, and they were that it's because they're testing out facial recognition. And
is that why?
Yeah, so and is
this a lie or is this a true thing?
No, it's a true thing. It's not a lie.
No, this is a lie.
No, it's not. So I'm telling you, I will post it to our Facebook page. A couple of instigators, Instagram. Couple of instigators. Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's because they're using the facial recognition.
They could.
That, and didn't they say that, when they make you do where you say, type this word, to verify you're not a robot when you're doing things on the internet. Well, they were saying that by doing the type this word thing that they were getting some type of data from that too.